say that we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance.
We gon' run this town.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Thursday night paint night. We appreciate y'all being here. Got my wife, Ashley, over here. She'll be heading up any of the comments that you guys have, any of the questions.
Hi, guys.
And today, you're going to put yourself on again there, Ash. Today, we're going to be going over how to create a stencil and how to lay out a mural. Now, I don't want, this is not as hard as it looks. I know a lot of people, they think, oh, I'm not an artist, I can't do this. That's simply not the case. You can do it. All you need is some airbrush control, and you need to have some knowledge about how to mix paints and what colors you can use together. So we're going to quickly go over so I have this. So this is what we'll be doing. I just found this online. I thought it was a kind of a lowrider style mural. You can put these on, obviously, lowriders, helmets, anything like that. We're going to be painting this in a blue monochromatic. So I'll be going over that right here. We're taking a blue base coat. We're mixing it with white base coat, and we're creating different shades or tones, you can call them, of that same color. So we got a light blue, and then it moves all the way up until we get to a actual, what I did is I took a couple drops of red and added it into the blue to get a slight purple. So the color that we'll be using is the base coat blue from Limeline. Now these are new. These are the new pigmented colors. This is a blue base coat. We also have a red base coat, and we have a yellow base coat. Same thing applies for these base coats with mixing them, as same as the candies. So if you want a green, you're going to mix together the yellow and the blue together to make a green. If you want a purple, like we did here, we mix these two together. Now, if we wanted a true purple, we would actually mix a little bit more red in here. I just wanted it to be a darker kind of a cobalt, and what I did is I took the blue in this last one and added a few drops of red to be able to spike that up just a little darker. So here is the original blue color we have right here, and that's color tone number 5. And I've airbrushed these all out to see, so we can actually see on white paper the different tones that we'll be using. So that's the original color. We have the little bit lighter tone, and then it goes all the way down to the lightest tone. So that basically, it's just more white in this mixture, a little bit less white, a little bit less white, and then the original color blue. And then we have the actually, I'm mistaken, this is the original color blue. The purple I actually didn't lay out here. This is the purple right here. So this is what I added the red to. It almost looks black, but it's purple. So we're going to use that in only the darkest tones, which will be, looking over the reference here, which will be in the hair, and then up in the pupil. Pretty much there's not going to be any purple tones anywhere else. Maybe not even here. Maybe in the strap right there, there'll be some purple tones in the darkest parts of the hair. But we don't want to overpaint this. We don't want to make it too dark. So we're going to start out light and kind of build it up as we see fit. And then as long as we follow a certain rule set, we're going to be able to go back and forth between these shades. But we just don't want to go too dark too fast. We're also going to be giving away the same, I don't have the yellow shown here, but we'll be giving away 2 sets of these tri-packs of the base coat. So you get the blue, the red, and the yellow. So we'll have 2 winners that will win a set of these. We'll do one in the middle, and we'll do one at the end. So stay tuned. All you got to do is hashtag Lime into the comments, like you can see there, and that automatically puts you on the wheel to, when we spin it, your name will pop up. hopefully your name will pop up and you'll be the winner. So I appreciate you guys being here. We're going to get right to it. Let me move this stuff over. If you have any questions about the tones or anything like that, throw them out there. I'm here to answer. And let's get to it.
People think that's me you're painting.
That's you? I don't know. Put your face on there. We'll
Nah.
we'll do a side-by-side comparison here.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Okay, I'm also going to be using some of these little shields here because we may use them. Okay, I got this panel all prepped up. This has silver base coat on it. And what I'll do is we'll put the image. We're going to put the image right there. Now, this is printed out to size of where I want it. I already cut out the stencil from the same size of paper, which is right here. I didn't want you guys to have to sit around and watch me cut this out, but I will go over what exactly I did here. If we flip this around, we can see that what I did is I just cut out all of the darker, not all of them, just the darker areas where I need to kind of create a roadmap. Now, if you were to cut out all the darks, you would have pieces everywhere. You want to keep this thing intact. So I only cut the parts out. You know, if there ended up being an island all the way around it, I would figure out a way not to cut it all the way out. See, like we could have done more with the eye here, but I didn't want to cut everything out. So we want to keep it intact. I did accidentally overcut a little bit, and I put a little piece of tape right there to hold that together. But once again, you didn't cut out all the hair, just the main points. And a lot of them are just slivers of, like right here, you know, I could have cut out that big chunk. Didn't really need to do that. All I really wanted was that a little sliver right there. And then I can look at my reference and know that I need to fade this up. Same thing with the eye and the nose. You can see right here, I cut out that area right there. Now, although you can see it's darker here than it is here. I'll address that. But as long as I know it's there and I'm getting the general shape, same thing with the lips. You know, I could have cut all the way through the lip right there. I didn't do that. We just kind of left a little tab right there to keep things together. So, okay, that's it. That's what we're working with. If you guys have any questions about the stencil, go ahead and let us know. We can answer those as well. So this will lay out right here, but I do want to tape out some lines real quick because I might want to do a little bit of variegated leaf on this. So I don't know if I'm going to get to it tonight. We'll see how long this takes. Usually I can bust through these pretty quick. We're not going to get into a whole lot of detail. I'm going to get to this to the point where it looks good, it looks clean, and not take it too far over the top with detail, because you could really hammer in a lot more detail into these after the facts. But we're going to get it up to the point where this is still going to be, you know, somewhat of a beginner course here. I'll always keep this around. Actually, have a bigger version right here. I kind of blew it up a little bit more, so that way I can see, like, there's some of the most important things we want to look at and make sure we don't miss is the highlights. We got highlights around the lips right here. See this highlight right here? We want to make sure that we're not going to overpaint those. We want to keep them clean. We want to keep it bright. If you look right here, there's a highlight right underneath the chin right there. There's actually a highlight right on the very edge right there. It's kind of hard to see because it has a white backdrop, but if you look right there, what it is when the light rolls over, you have a backlight. What do you call it? It's like a light reflection, but those are very, very important. You need to make sure that we put those in, and you can see right here, you notice in the shoulder, we have, a lighter patch of highlights there. And really what we're going to do is, once we get the stencil laid down, we're going to dissect this thing, and we're really going to look at it to see what's light and what's dark and what's kind of in between. And we're going to use our monochromatic colors that I showed you earlier to be able to create the same shades. So we're not we're going to think of it as not painting a human face. All we're going to do is put the lights and the darks where they need to be. We're not going to get confused with trying to paint every hair strand. We're just not going to do it, because if you do that, you're going to put too much detail in it. And really, the focal point is right here in the eyes. We don't want the hair all detailed out. Really want to do is we want nice, crisp eyes that are focused in, and the rest can kind of blend in. And I feel like it looks better that way. So we definitely don't want to overpaint anything. Besides, we really want to get the focal point and make sure we have all the details in there. We'll be using a few freehand stencils along the way. So if we need to, cut in a highlight or a shadow, we can go ahead and do that with a couple of these freehand shields. So you don't need these exact ones. Anything will work that has, different shapes like that. You can even cut it out of paper. Okay, we'll start by just laying out some 1/8" line here. We'll just make a nice straight line right there. And maybe right here, make this one a little smaller. All right, this has already been painted with a silver base coat and it's been clear coated. Not necessary that it has to be silver, because we're going to be painting it in that blue tone. And then maybe right here, this is where the rubber would be. So I'll just go ahead and.
Nick says, hey brother, currently taping off gas tank for the first time using your stuff. Any tips?
Oh, taking off the gas tank? Oh, taping. Yeah. Usually I like to follow the shape of the part to start. And then see if you can build off of that. And once you see something cool that you like, that you've taped out, go with it, experiment, see what you can come up with.
Somebody commented and said, don't stretch it too far.
Yeah, don't stretch the tape too much. All right, so like I said, if we'll have time, we'll go ahead and we'll leaf this with some variegated leaf. I really like the look of blue and orange together, because they are complementary colors. And orange is a warm color, blue is a cold color. You mix those two together, it has a really good look, in my opinion.
Unless, of course, you're the Denver Broncos.
Is that you?
You're ugly.
Well, I think if you look at a lot of team colors, they'll be the opposite colors. They'll be that complementary color. Okay, let's go for it here. What we'll do. Go ahead and lay that out. That looks good right there. And we're not even really going to worry about taping this off because the leaf will go there. That's where that will go. I'll be using the Harbor Freight black. This thing is filthy. The Harbor Freight airbrush Black Widow. This has the I think I still have the 0.3 tip in there. I could take it down to the 0.2 tip. I feel like that's not a big enough difference, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Let me find the cap to this thing. All right, let's take a look at our shade book here. So what I'll be starting with is, I could start with the lightest. I'm going to go ahead and start with number 2. There's really no hard rules with this. Definitely don't start with 4. You can start with 3 if you wanted to. But what we're going to do is we're going to work back and forth between similar shades before we move darker. And we can move back and forth once we get up to here, but we're going to want to be a lot more controlled once we're going from here to here back and forth. When we're going here, we're really not going to go back to here unless we're spraying it exactly where we want it to. If maybe we're highlighting a highlight on the pupil or something like that, that would be the only case. We're not really wanting to go back and forth this far of shades. We're wanting to keep them close. So what we'll do is we'll work with number 2. We'll kind of build up the underpainting of this because we need to build up some paint and to be able to get it look realistic. But we also don't want to overpaint this because once you lay out enough paint, it starts to create a kind of like a texture to it, and it's going to affect the way your paint looks like on top. And sometimes when that happens, what I'll do is I'll throw it back into clear coat and then bring it back, scuff it up, and then I'll do more detail on top of that. And usually on murals that are going out to customers, that's what I'll do is I'll give it a really nice underpainting, get everything really close, put it into clear, scuff it down, bring it back, and then hammer in those details. We're gonna pretty much try to do it all in this one round, and hopefully we're not building up the paint too thick. One thing to remember is when you're doing these, the paint needs to be much thinner than if we're just outlining tape for panel graphics. You need to treat this, you need to be a lot more soft with it, and it needs to be lower pressure, thinner paint, because once again, pressure that comes out of the airbrush, it's relevant to how thick your paint is. If your paint's really thick, you're going to need a lot more pressure to get it to lay out smooth. We want really thin paint, so we need to lower our pressure so we don't blow it out everywhere. So hopefully that makes sense, because if it's too thin, higher pressure, it's just going to hit and it's going to blow out. But we do need it thin. So how we're going to combat that is lower air pressure. That way we can work with this thinner paint, which will make it a little more transparent. That way we're not covering up everything that we've done. We're kind of building this up and molding it up together rather than just hammering one color on top of the other. And you'll kind of see that. So I'm going to go ahead and thin this out a lot more.
Somebody said if I want to paint something that has a black outline all day, the painting, what's the best steps to take? Maybe they're saying if they have a black outline all over the painting, what's the best step to take?
Oh, okay. So you're saying maybe laying out tape on top of black. That's not usually the way I do it. You would just have to go with a lighter color. You would have to use a pigmented color. Candies don't really show up over black because they are transparent. But experiment, because you could come up with something cool. It does work. It's not really what you would usually see. Usually base colors would be lighter like this with some kind of metallic. All right, let's check this out. Make sure it's spraying smooth. Okay, that could be a little thinner. That's looking better. All right, once we register this down, this is where it's going to stay. That looks good. We can get all the hair in there, and it wouldn't really matter if we did go off the edge. But I kind of do want the edge of that hair in there because I want these nice sharp lines. Okay, that's where she's going to go. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to register this very lightly.
Somebody just asked, although candies don't really show over black due to their transparency, would they still leave a colored hue when the light hit it, or does it just disappear completely?
It will leave, gold really won't. However, like stronger candy colors like red and blue, they will leave a slight hue. Now, if it's over all of the black, it's going to be hard to tell unless it's up next to solid black. So, you know, if you spray it over all the black, it's still gonna look black because you're not gonna be able to tell because there's not black up next to it.
Another question came in that says, Adam, if I spray the metal flake and I decide to spray pearl over it, will the flake show through the pearl?
Not really. Let's see if that's all right. That's enough. All right, so we got a lot of the work done right there. Seeing, because, you know, really cutting the stencil, making sure that you're also like, see with the eyebrows here, you know, I wasn't lazy and I didn't just like cut it like a round. I went through and I made sure that I moved my blade back and forth to be able to get some of that detail there. Same thing with the eye and the eyelashes. I didn't cut out all the eyelashes, but I did kind of give it just a little bit of where like the eyelashes would come out, because we'll actually spray those in, and a lot of this will be done freehand. We will go back to this stencil to re-register back and forth to be able to, you know, because obviously what we sprayed there, the darks are now what's going to be the lightest colors, so all that will be gone. But we did this because now we're going to be able to build up the skin tones in this blue without just like, because I could have just went solid color with this, but we're able to build it up by hand, freehand, giving it a little more of a painted look. So we'll put this off to the side. We're definitely going to need this again.
Somebody said, looking to paint my Road King root beer brown with gold flake, thinking about buying your candy paint kit. How much paint do you think I would need?
What kind of
Road King.
Yeah, you should. Well, good question, because we now have our candies in these mega pint cans. So you can't get candy anywhere else in this big of a can. This is basically double the size of what House of Color is. And this stuff is on sale right now because we just barely got it in. I think you can get the tri-pack for like $120 now. And that's going to give you much more than what you need. You could stick with the smaller cans here, which are the 4-ounce cans, and that'll work as well. Will it be enough? It depends on how much candy, and if you're doing the whole bike in root beer brown, this will probably still do it, because you're going to need all the candies. You buy the tri-pack, you put them together, you're going to have a lot of paint. So these will work for what you're doing. If you're looking for best bang for your buck right now, get the pints, because there's a lot of paint there, and it's going to last you a really long time, and they're a great price.
Someone said, damn, that's cheap.
Yeah, and don't quote me on that, because it's somewhere around there. Let me grab a roll of tape so I can kind of prop this up a little bit more.
Someone just asked, I want to paint a skateboard deck for the first time. What's the prep process you would use?
If it's a wooden skateboard, it all kind of depends. If you're going to metal flake it, you can hit it with either black sealer or black base coat. Make sure you scuff it down and get it smooth. Flake it, and then you can go from there. If you're using a regular base coat pigmented paint, you're going to want the surface smoother, because the reason why you don't need it that smooth with flake is because you're going to create all that texture anyways. That's going to cover up the texture. You're gonna put texture on top of texture. It's not gonna really matter. You're gonna have to cut it down once you clear coat it. But if you're looking with a nice smooth base, it's best to primer it with a primer surfacer. That's gonna work really good on top of that wood, because wood is porous. It's gonna soak that primer in, and you would sand it smooth. And then after it's sanded smooth, you go ahead and hit it with your first base color.
Sticker says, Adam, I have a new tool for cutting out stencils freehand that I'm testing. If it works good, I'll be sending one your way.
Oh, really? Cool. All right. Once again, we're working. Now, this is going to be a little tricky because it seems like we're shadowing here. We kind of are because we don't have our lightest color built up yet. But what we're going to do is just simply just go around and build up this first color. And we're going to lose a lot of those details. But that kind of gives us an idea of where we need to put the paint. The thing is with murals is you got to do a few to be able to gain the confidence, because when you do these and you register the stencil again, they're going to look good. And you're going to make them look worse by painting them because you need to add detail and texture to the surface. So like right now, it doesn't look as good as it did just a second ago. That's just the kind of way it goes. As we build layers, we're going to kind of mute things out until we get that next tone in. That will it'll kind of save the day once we can see the contrast of the next color tone.
Someone said, so the thinner the paint is, the more air pressure you'll need, right?
The thinner the paint, the less air pressure.
And then someone said, Adam should sing Let It Go since he's using all blue. And then someone else also said, only the black and silver base coats on Amazon, and only the red and yellow candies are on Amazon.
Huh. Only the red and yellow. Yeah, you should be able to get those the candies in a tri-pack too, if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check that though once we're done here.
Painter Dominic said he's ordering some candy for his Corvette.
Oh yeah, right on. Dom has a Corvette? Yeah, I made a mistake when I said that I'm layering the lightest color. This is actually the second lightest color. So, not to get anybody confused. We do have one shade that's lighter than this. But I like to work in a little bit more of a mid-tone. And then I can put those highlights back in. Now, off the edge here, I'm just going to kind of put like a little bit of a pencil sketch in here. That way we can blend off this mural so it just doesn't stay solid and then it goes to nothing. I want to lightly kind of blend this off. You see right now, since we're in the beginning stages, I'm running really loose. You'll see that I'm laying down a lot of paint and I'm really not paying attention to like exactly where everything's going, because that's the nice thing when you first start these is you kind of have free reign. You know, get the colors built up and then start painting the details later. Because if I was going in here and trying to paint all the details and build it from one section all the way through, that's you kind of have to build it up all together. We're molding this up all together, and then we'll decide, you know, what tones need to go where. We can see just right here from the picture off the reference what shades we need to put where. So right now it's just like a free-for-all. We're able just to have fun with it, practice our airbrush skills here, because I'm rocking back and forth on this trigger. As I'm going, I'm like this.
They said they can find them on Amazon, but the descriptions on Amazon are wrong. It says 4 ounces in the description, but 16 in the parentheses.
Yeah, you did bring that to my attention just about an hour ago or so. Yeah, so if it does say 16 ounces on the end of that description, you're going to get the 16-ounce bottle. I'm definitely going to get that fixed. They'll be on a separate ad are on a separate listing. I'm going to have to switch those up. I put the 16 ounce with the 4 ounce thinking that was going to work. But on Amazon, it doesn't. And if you don't want to buy on Amazon, they're all on Shopify and the Big Cartel website. And if you're a member, you do have a discount code for the Big Cartel website. I think if you're the Ultimate member, you get like 15% off. If you're a basic member, you get 10% off by using the codes that are right there. When you go into the membership page, you'll see the codes there.
Jeremy said, being a newbie, I shot a bunch of flake today, covered it with clear, and the texture came out rough, like 80 grit rough. It's supposed to do that?
What's that?
Do you want me to read the whole thing?
Yeah.
Being a newbie, I shot a bunch of flake today, covered it with clear, and the texture came out rough, like 80 grit rough. Is it supposed to do that?
Yeah. I mean, if you were to layer a little more clear coat on top of that, it would have been less textured. But yes, that does happen. So what you need to do is you need to cut that down without burning through. If it's really rough, just scuff it down, put another 2 or 3 coats on there, and then sand it down one more time. Then you'll be ready. You'll be ready for the candies.
Big Worm on here says, if you guys haven't tried CSI Cream X polish, you need to. There's also a new XX also that's a little heavier cut.
Yeah, I was looking at that today, and I think I'm going to get some, so try that out. I don't have to polish anything for a while, but maybe when I get a bottle, I'll kind of. I've had a couple of people ask me to do another tutorial on cutting and buffing. It's not the most exciting topic, but it is. It's pretty essential to learn that when you're a custom painter. Get that hair out of there. I'm just going to kind of build up this outer area too. But once again, I'm just kind of giving it a crosshatch like this. Because I just kind of want to give it more of a penciled sketch. So it looks like it'll be soft here. And then it'll kind of like turn into like a little bit of a pencil sketch. Crosshatch. That's what they call it. Crosshatch. You know, like when you're crosshatch?
Oh, I thought you were saying crawl hatch.
No.
Like, what is crawl hatch?
Soul patch. Giving this girl a soul patch.
Oh, okay.
As you can see, we're losing a lot of the detail here. Well, we didn't have much detail. We're losing the reference points. Make sure I got this mixed up again. Yeah, make sure your paint's thin enough. If not, you're going to leave a texture over the whole thing. And your next layer of paint, they'll start to look funny.
Somebody said, did you buy the helmet blank you are painting, or have it cut, or cut it yourself?
You can get them at Limeline. They're laser cut. I think those are actually on sale too. You can get this a tank with this helmet panel. I keep calling them tanks. Helmet panel with a roll of tape. I think they're like $35 right now. So really good deal. So with the tape, I mean, you're actually only paying like $16 for this thing because you're getting the free roll of tape with it. But that'll only be for a little bit, most likely. I don't know how long that roll of tape is going to stay paired up with it, but.
The guy that said that he sprayed the flake today, he said, yeah, I think I just didn't put enough clear after, but I'll make it work. A lot of sanding, not that loud.
Oh, that's kind of the way it goes. You're learning. Yeah, and sometimes when you're new, it just takes that. You got to flake it and then clear it in the same session. And, you know, not all the time you're getting enough clear on there because you're new. You're kind of a little light-handed. You'll have to just wait for it to dry. Sand it. You know, you don't have to sand it smooth. just scuff it up so that the clear coat has something to stick to, and then just layer it with another 2 to 3 to 4 coats of clear wood, however thick you're putting it on, and then let it dry, and then sand it down.
You think you put in the work painting, but then it's not over.
Nope. Just getting started. Okay, I think we're getting pretty good coverage here. As you can see, we lost a lot of our reference points, but we'll go ahead and put them back in.
Someone asked, what's the shelf life for the sprayable sizing glue after it's first opened?
As long as it's sealed shut, it should last for over a year. If you do happen to have a bottle that's dried up, we've had a couple of problems with that. Just let us know, and we will get you a new bottle out. Some people have their glue has showed up, and it's already like coagulated. It's already dry. Okay, I don't want to overdo it here, so I think I need a little bit more right here because there we go. We got a lot more paint to lay on this thing, but where'd she go? She's gone. I can see a little bit of reference points here and there, so I'll be able to line that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the little bit darker tone, which is going to be number 3. So number 3 is just the blue with just a little bit less white in it. And we're going to go ahead and re-register this stencil. Make sure this is spraying okay. Okay, so there we go. That's what we have. Oh, you can't even see it. That's what we have there. So that's what we're going to spray. We have this laid out. We're going to go ahead and spray this to re-register. After we re-register, we're going to go to the lightest tone, and then we're going to bring all the light tones back up into it. Now remember, we only want to work in this section. We really don't want to go too far this way because we still got a lot of work to do. So we want to stay into shades that are still close to each other. We don't want to come way out here, because if we go to this point and then come back to this point, you're going to have a completely different look spraying this over that than if we were to spray that over that. That's one thing that took me a long time to figure out, because a lot of times, like when you first start, you got the darkest color and you got the lightest color. But if you work with those two colors, or those two tones, you're going to have a completely different look, especially when you're working with black and white, because you're going to have a lot of blue shift, what they call. We don't have a whole lot of blue shift here because we're working with blues. But if you, I think I have a video about blue shift. If you want to know more about blue shift, how it occurs, there is a video somewhere out there on YouTube that explains that. All right, let's grab the trusty old stencil that I have, and then let's see if we can see where to re-register this thing. If we don't get exactly perfect, it really doesn't matter, because we almost washed this thing all the way out. Pretty close right there. We're going to go for it. Yep. Want to be really soft on this edge. We don't want to go too hard.
Someone asked, where do you get your stencils from? Your own printer?
The what?
Stencil.
This stencil? It's just printed. It's just printed with regular paper. So you can go online and you can ask AI to make you an image. However you want to do it.
So you asked AI?
No.
Print me an image of Ashley. There I am.
One day it might be able to do that, actually. It wouldn't surprise me.
That's not me. Maybe that was me the other night when I had my ponytail a little too tight.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, hey.
Remember when I told you my ponytail was too tight?
Pulling the eyes back?
Yep. What kind of printer do you got?
No, just a cheap laser printer. Nothing special. I think we got it at Best Buy. This is not even a color printer we used. It was just a regular old laser printer. That stencil got a little messed up right there. That's okay. Okay, I think we've got it. Make sure. That looks good. Okay, okay. Oh, she's back. I told you. So we'll always be bringing this back. We want to make sure we don't overpaint though. So now we have, I'm not really going to mess too much with this. That was just a register. I'm going to go ahead and switch out to the lightest color here, which is going to be the number 1. And we're going to go ahead and put in all the highlights.
Somebody says to paint a fade of, say, purple to black on a bagger, would you spray the purple or the black first? And how to deal with overspray of the final color?
Purple to black. It depends on if you're using candies or not. If you're using black candy, or if you're using candies, both purple candy and black candy, it doesn't really matter. If you want the black to be a little stronger, then you would do the black last. If you want it to be purplish, more of a purplish, then like we were talking earlier, purple's a really dark candy. It's going to cover up a little bit over black. It's going to give it kind of a hue of purple, but it's still going to look black. So you can do either way. How do you deal with overspray? Making sure you're just spraying the right direction. You shouldn't have a problem. And make sure your paint's thin enough.
You say that looks like Tinkerbell.
You think so?
That's what I said.
I almost did Spider-Man the other day. I still might, actually.
Looks like Tinkerbell, but got the blue face like Ursula.
Definitely need to thin that out some more.
Chopper Bob said she's hot.
Oh, what up, Bob? He's in love with my artwork. Nah, I'm going to make her hotter. Just wait. No cleavage, though. It's going to be way down here.
Could you use a light coat of 3M Super 77 adhesive behind the stencil?
Yeah, you could, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
Swampy said she's hotter than Tinkerbell. Oh, hi, honey.
Yeah, I'm doing good so far. Got all these guys sweating over here. Just wait. She's going to get better.
Avatar / Tinkerbell.
Oh, there we go. The cap in my airbrush was. Oh shit!
God damn, you got a snake.
Ah,
There's a snake in me.
snaky snake.
There's a snake on the floor.
What the heck? This thing just popped off. Well, that's not good.
Never seen that before.
That popped off the end right there. Let's see that. Huh?
I saw it swirling around on the floor. Whoops.
The hell? That's not supposed to do that. Harbor Freight. What the heck, man? All right. We're good. I feel like it's just not getting the flow, though. Also, I noticed on these airbrushes, you got to be really careful when you're cleaning the tip because it's easy to bend these suckers. I feel like they're better than the Avante, but still, like...
Someone said, well, damn, use it like you stole it.
yeah. Okay, we're good there. I maybe want to be really light with this. Maybe I'll just go ahead and thin it out just a little more. This thing was only $70, so I practically did steal it. Pretty cheap. Okay, that's better. I want to make sure that the paint's thin enough. We're not going to have any issues. Okay, we're working with the lightest shade here, so we're going to put in the highlights. So we're going to need the reference. You see right here, we got a highlight there. What we can do, grab our trusty stencil. There it is right there. I really like this one right here. So what we're going to do.
Bob had a mistake too. He said, I just had black paint. I shook the cap. It wasn't on tight. And black paint went everywhere.
Oh, really? I do that too. I shake the paint. In my airbrush, I'll shake it sometimes and I'll have accidents. I need to make sure I don't have an accident here because I got coming out of the lid. Look at my hand. Jeez. Act like it's the first time I'm doing this. All right, I'm just going to get something close to... See, there's kind of a hard line right there. I want a hard line to be there, and I want to put it in now instead of later. Kind of want to get it lined up a little better. Okay, nothing too crazy.
What spray gun do you use to spray flake?
I use the Limeline 1.4 Pro Gun. Make that a little heavier. Okay, see that? And we don't need hard lines everywhere, just here and there. I'm going to build that up. It looks like, if you look right here, it comes all the way underneath that eye right there. And what I'll do is I have, let's see, that's the, I'm going to have to look at my stencil real quick, see what I got going on here. What I have cut and what I don't. Okay. Okay, I see what I did. So this was just a sliver of a line to make up for that. So instead of cutting that whole section out, I just did one little sliver to show me that edge. So I know that everything down there coming up into the nose is all going to be the lightest shade. So what I'm going to do is just maybe match up something like around there. There we go. Don't need to be exactly like the image because we're kind of, the nice thing is nobody knows this woman. I don't think anybody knows this woman. So if she looks a little different, it doesn't matter. But if you're painting a picture of grandma, yeah, those are the hardest things because even the image might not look like her that much. And then you just tweak things a little bit and then it doesn't look anything like that person. And you don't know. I mean, you don't see their grandma. So, you know, when they look at it like, yeah, I don't know. It's a hard thing to do. So keep that in mind. We're going to bring that all the way up into, looks like right here. It's a little darker right there. And we're going to bring it down up into here.
Someone said,
Adam, I would like my granddaughter to practice on the helmet. I would like to use water-based to keep the fumes down for her. What would be the best primer?
Primer?
For the water-based.
I don't really know about primers. I would just, to be honest, I would just probably spray it with a spray can primer. Just spray it for her out in the garage. And then Cretex has some waterborne paints. They're going to act a lot different than what we're using here. A little more difficult. You can have her spray it too. Just get her a good respirator. Make sure she's wearing the protection. But yeah, waterborne paint's fine. Just remember you have to go a little bit slower. But we're airbrushing this pretty slow anyways, so you can have a little more tip dry to deal with when it comes to waterborns. But she can do it for sure.
Someone said, is that white or your #1 paint from your scale?
This is the #1. It looks white, doesn't it? Yep. Because you don't know what white is until you have white up next to it. You know what I mean? So that I can spray that all right on this white, and you can see that looks blue. Like, look how blue that looks. That's the same color. So contrast is relevant. Like I said earlier, the black candy over black is going to look black until you put black up right next to it. And then you're like, oh, okay, that's not black. It's almost black. That's almost white. It's not quite white.
Chopper.
So that's why I love using straight black up next to flake, like silver flake, because it gives it it just gives that extra added pop.
Chopper Bob said, wrinkling people are the hardest portraits to do.
Yeah, it seems like everybody loves to paint wrinkly people, though. Like who's the guy that everybody paints, that guitarist? Timmy? I can't remember. So maybe somebody knows. And then also who's the lead singer to I can't remember any of these bands' names.
yeah, you try to ask me. I don't know that.
They're too
I know
old.
songs,
They're
but
too old. All the wrinkly people you don't know.
too hard. Somebody said, what? Oh, let me find it again. Hold on.
I lost it.
Somebody
said, do you spray a certain type of gloss when you're finished?
Yes, this will go clear coat on the top. I'm gonna get the white of that eye. Now, I'm not trying to. I'm gonna hit this up with more darker colors, so we don't need to be exact. We can get overspray onto the darks, because the darks are still not as dark as they're going to be. You can see here, I'm just going to put a little bit of texture into the eye right here, because you see there's just a little bit of texture, so I kind of just add that.
Keith Richards?
Keith Richards. Who is he singing for? I should know this, really. I didn't listen to that kind of music, though. Rolling Stones, there we go.
About the skateboard deck, can I use spray can primer too?
Yep. Yeah, that's spray can primer is perfect for skateboard decks. Now, if it has a lot of texture, you're going to need to use the spray can primer that builds. And that way you can sand it. See how the bottom of this eye right here is really light? So we need to make sure we hit that. Oh, not that much, but we're okay.
What kind of effect happens if clear coat isn't sprayed when you're done?
Your paint will just fade if it's out in the sun. And it doesn't have any, there's no scratch resistance to this. It's very vulnerable to everything. If gas leaked on it, it would melt it right away. The clear coat, the 2K clear coat is what protects these from the elements and from like gasoline and stuff like that. See right here, it's just really light. That's probably, yeah, just right there. Just I'm not doing any stencil there. Just going to lighten that cheek up a little bit.
Someone said, just watch The Crow Salvation. That would be a cool portrait.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Is that a new movie or the old movie? I know the Crow movie, but I'm going to go ahead and just lighten up this cheek as well. You can see there's not really any super hard lines there. It's just really soft. So we're just going to kind of build it up and around right there. There is a hard line right there, so I might go ahead and just stick that. That's right to that edge right there. There we go. We'll build that up right there. Just looking to see where the lights and the darks are. We're not going to try to paint a whole lot of detail here because once again, if we try to detail this thing up too much, we're just going to end up covering it with more paint. Just trying to get the tones where they need to be. The slower you do this, the more you build it up slowly, it's the better off you're going to be and the better it's going to look. Right here, I'm just going to lighten that area just slightly. It doesn't need too much. There we go.
Someone said, are you freestyling or are you using a stencil?
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of doing both really here.
Someone else said, this was really satisfying to watch.
All right. Well, thanks for being here. I'm glad you're watching. I didn't think a whole lot of people were interested in this. How many we got on here? Not too bad. We're not breaking any records, but we got a few hundred people on here. And stick around because midway through, we're going to give away those the paint that I'm using here. But you're also going to have the blue and the gold. That's not quite matching up. And we're going to give 2 of those away. 1 in the middle and 1 towards the end. Okay, I really don't have a shape for that, so we'll go with the freestyle. But once again, we want those hard lines because that's what makes things look realistic. Right here's a little bit of a hard line. And you don't need much, just a little bit here and there, and that's what's going to give it the dimension. And then another one right there. And this is the blown up version of this, so that way I can kind of see the detail a little better.
John says he likes this. Cat says he doesn't have zero interest in this kind of stuff, but I enjoy being with everyone.
Yeah, a lot of people don't think they can do this. They're like, I can't do it, you know. But really, it's about airbrush control and just. I'm not painting a face right now. I'm just painting the shades, and I'm just looking at the hard lines to see what needs to go where. And really, if this doesn't look exactly the way she looks, we're okay with it.
Lucky Leprechaun said, my daughter's watching. She's more the artist and has been wanting to use the airbrush more.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, if she's done any kind of drawing and stuff like that, a lot of these, you know, like when I learned how to draw, I'd always like look at the negative space, especially when I'm freehand and stuff, from no stencil at all. And then just looking at the tones, how dark something is, how light something is.
Somebody said, definitely love watching this.
Right on.
Spray it on Ashley's lips and have her kiss. Lips are done. These murals always go like this. Oh, that's cool. Ah, he messed it up. Damn, that's awesome.
Exactly.
That's really true.
You're like, oh, it's done. And then the thing is that if you're new, you're gonna go through the same thing. You're like, I can't do it. It's messing it up. Like it's not looking right, you know. But you have to trust the process. We're putting a lot darker colors on this.
Someone said if you're going to do airbrushing, you need to learn all the different styles. Swampy said that's Sophia Loren, I think.
Oh, really? Huh.
First time joining your live. How often do you do these?
Every Thursday night, this time, 7 p.m. California time. Not only that, you'll have a chance to win some stuff. So all you do is hashtag Lime into the comments like everybody else is doing. Oh, that's about to pop off again. Oh,
jeez.
Yeah, so you have a chance to win some stuff. So,
Swampy said, I'm watching on big screen.
Big screen. Like outside big screen, like at the movie drive-in big screen.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, I want to see that if somebody's doing that. We do it. We do that in the summertime. Well, let's get close to summertime. We have a big white tarp that I bought off of Amazon, and then I just like use that thick Gorilla Tape on the edges to give it a black border, and we hang it up onto the end of the shop here. And the shop's 20 foot tall, and their backyard is facing towards that one side, and we'll project movies, and we'll lay in the pool and watch. What was the last movie we watched?
We did a Jaws party.
Jaws party, yep.
So we watched Jaws when we swam in the pool, and you wore a shark shirt, I wore a shark bikini, we had shark food and shark bait, and bloody ocean drinks.
Yep.
It was so fun.
We'll do that again. So if you're doing that, I want to see it. I'll put some texture into the lips here. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, we need to make sure we give her white teeth, though. She can not have.
Swampy said, not that big.
Not that big. Okay. You see right here? Say we wouldn't use a stencil right here. It's a really soft edge. And you can see that these are cut out a little more than what it should be. And that's okay because, once again, more paint's going on this. So no worries. I might even just do a little hard line right there. And some of this is not all that necessary. I mean, you can really dissect these. And, you know, once you get good at finding the lights and the darks, you can go for a long time.
Someone said, so do you like go from dark background to light fade shading or light background and shade in the dark? Or does it depend on the area of the artwork?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm making sure I'm staying within like 3 shades of each other. So I got like 7 shades total. I'm staying within a certain shade range. I'm not going to go too dark while I'm going to go back and forth, because really I'm going to go back with the original color that I sprayed here. I'm going to go back and wash it through to get rid of some of these, because some of these are a little darker or a little more crisp than what we need. This hard line, we're going to kind of bring those together by doing like a light wash again. But really, we're going to start to be, you're going to see where I was really aggressive with the paint to start. We're going to be a lot lighter as we go, to the point where we're really gentle with the paint and just putting it where it needs to go, really soft. Because once again, we're just building these colors, these tones up. But yes, you know, a lot of people will start light, like with the lightest color, and build it up to the darkest color last. And that would be a correct way to do it. However, I found that I like to work back and forth within shades that are similar, like this.
Papa Glebe said, just stop by to say hi. You're a huge part of why I do airbrush. Thank you.
Yeah, right on. I appreciate you being here.
Stop by to say hi.
Yeah, stick around. You might win something. And she has some neck rolls, doesn't she?
No, she's just turning her head. That's how it works, bro. No, girl. Yeah.
She's probably some movie star. I ain't picking her apart. She's beautiful.
Well, you did. Jeez.
Well, Well, look at it. It looks funny when you're painting it. It looks normal when you're not, but
Well,
I'm
skin
not.
tight when you turn your head. Let's see you do that.
I got him without turning my head. I got him without turning my head. I got a pack of hot dogs in the back of my neck.
You better not.
I'm gonna get there one day.
Parrish said, "Thanks for the shirt." I said, "Oh yeah, fair trade. Send a shirt, get a shirt."
Oh, there we go.
And then Benjamin said, "What happens if we sent you some Crocs?"
Hey, if they're custom painted Crocs, I'm telling you, you get a Christmas present from me. I want a custom painted Croc. Oh, I need 2 of them actually.
Justice 13 full gifted a Time Warp membership. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, looking better here. Hard line there. You can see that. This is not really the focal point, so nothing's really that big of a deal right here. Let's go ahead and lighten this up a little bit. Lighten this up a little bit. A little highlight. There we go. Looking good. A little brighter on the chin. Now here's a very important couple of highlights that we're going to do. Is right here. You can't see it too much, so we're gonna accent this a little more than what it actually shows. But having a little thin line of a highlight right there really makes all the difference. So we're just going to kind of highlight this area because we're going to go back with the stencil and shade down. Because see how dark that is? We got to put a lot of paint right there, a lot of darker paint. So it doesn't really matter with overspray, but we want to make sure that we get a nice white sliver of a line right there. And really, the whole bottom of this chin, all the way up there, needs a nice bright highlight.
Panadom says, "I have candy painted some Jordans for a wrapper."
Oh.
That's cool. Adam needs to check out the all-terrain or off-road Crocs. They have thick soles with actual traction.
Hiking Crocs?
I'm trying to get rid of ugly
off-road Crocs? Oh, tell me more.
What's the air pressure, and do you use the same air pressure for all the facial features?
Yeah, I'm not switching it up any. Well, maybe towards the end it would be probably a good idea to maybe lower the pressure and then make the paint thinner. But I don't know what I'm at right now. I would say like 12. The Black Widow compressor really doesn't tell you what air you're running at. It just tells you. I don't know what it tells you, but it gives you a number there, but it's not really accurate. Okay, looks like a lot of this forehead. Let's see if we can see any details in this. Well, there's a little bit right here where kind of the hair kind of comes up. And maybe we can, let's see, there's our line right there. Yeah, maybe something like.
Painter Dom said he'd send us shirts, and he asked if you wear extra medium.
Yeah. Extra medium. What is an extra medium?
Medium.
I'm extra large, brother. But yeah, send me a shirt. We'll send you one back. Really no hard lines here. It looks like it does get a little darker right there.
John said, hey, don't let him give you any crap, Adam. I paint in a set of Crocs too.
They're so versatile. And I'm working for a brand deal here, okay?
Oh God, not for Crocs. We're not doing that. My
What?
cousin calls them Rubbermaids. Rubbermaid shoes.
Well, that's how useful is Rubbermaid really as a company?
They don't belong on your feet. It's for leftovers. Terrible.
The really bright highlight right there on the end of the forehead. See that? And then also this whole edge needs to be highlighted. So what I'm going to do is get up there a little closer. And I don't care about overspray this way because I'm going to darken that up. I'm not necessarily going to darken up anything this way. Not too much, at least. Oh, it looks like a little bit.
Are you using the number 2 or number 3 needle?
3. I'm not even going to bother changing it out. 2 and 3 is too close to each other. I don't know why they did that. They should have went 2 and 5.
Painter Dom said I was painting candy in a car with flip flops and a tank top on my live. You should see how many comments you get.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
it works.
gosh.
People love it. You want to get views? Wear the Crocs.
Joe said just getting to airbrushing. A good friend of my old boss suggested your videos.
Oh, right on. Tell them thanks.
Line Crocs.
Ooh, yeah. Somebody's going to win some. Highlight right there. We're not even going to worry about those eyelashes are so dark. Those go in last. We're just trying to get the light that's hitting right off of the fold of the eye right there.
How long does it usually take for each airbrush drawing?
Oh, it all depends. I could be done in 10 minutes if I wanted to be. It depends on how much detail you want to put into it. I'm building this one up a lot slower than I thought I was going to. But the slower you go, the better it's going to look.
Benjamin said, me. I want Line Crocs.
Here we go. That's the spirit.
Bubba said, idea for next week's video, Line Crocs.
Hey, if we can get a couple hundred people on here, I'll do it.
And feel sorry for the person who has to wear the ugly shoes. They're not even that comfy.
No.
Trust me, when I was dressed like you, I wore them. And I definitely didn't go out and buy me a pair. Actually, I kind of felt embarrassed I had to wear all that.
What?
Tape on my pants. And
don't be embarrassed of me. Don't be embarrassed of me.
Not embarrassed of you. I just don't like Crocs. Not my thing.
It's okay. They're not for everybody.
Rat pink Crocs. I'd fall out of my
Yeah,
chair.
let Bob. Give Bob a shot at that.
He's the one who said it.
Oh, okay. I don't really do rat pink. I don't think I've ever drawn a rat pink in my life. I actually thought about it the other day. I was like, huh. Actually, I saw Bob do it. I'm like, damn, I should do a rat pink and see.
Paris said, I'd fall out of my chair if I saw Line Crocs on Amazon.
Really? Fall out of your chair? Okay. We're good. This might happen. I mean, fall out of your chair good or.
Good night, Dom.
All right, now we're going to get up nice and close. A little bit of highlight in there. A lot of this is going to be covered up by hair. All right, some of these, I'm going to go ahead and hit.
James said, just got your 1.3 line spray gun kit.
All right. Good start. Oh, if you're just starting. See right here, there's some highlights. Little highlights here.
Bubba says, I have camel off-road Crocs. Can't even feel rocks or anything when you step on them.
Yeah, that's the kind of the problem with Crocs is you can get a rock in there and it hurts like hell.
Chopper Bob said, "I'll make a pair of wrap Crocs."
All right.
Oh my gosh, Chopper Bob, don't listen, don't do it.
Hey, Bob, they're already sold. You already got a buyer.
Benjamin said, "Ash, you need the Croc cowboy boots."
The Croc cowboy boots. I gotta see these. Oh my god, I can imagine.
Somebody said, "How come the canvas looks like a motorcycle helmet?"
Oh, it is.
Moon Eyes would be killer. Moon Eyes Crocs?
Yes. Moon Eyes anything. Those
No.
guys are the best.
Kayla said, "I'd definitely buy a pair of Limelight Crocs."
There we go.
Julio said, "Shades are coming out. Nice." Jay said, "Ash taking that picture like, I can wear this fake mustache anywhere, but oh my, the thing moved on me."
Yeah, you sure it wasn't the mustache you were ashamed of?
Wait, he said, "Ash taking that pic like, I can wear this fake mustache anywhere, but these Crocs are embarrassing."
Yeah.
It got me there, Jay. He got me there. And it was drawn on, so all night I was rubbing it. I'm like, black was everywhere. Depending on what's being airbrushed, do you put a clear coat or some type of substance before you start airbrushing to let the paint stay better?
Primer works just fine, but this was silver base coat and clear coated. Yeah, because I used it for something else. I used it as a demo for the silver base coat that we have out now. So we do also have a coarse silver out as well. So I know that that's a hot item that a lot of people need. So I did this as a spray out for that.
Bubba says Chopper Bob needs Adam's shoe size.
10.5, buddy. I can also wear 11. Hey, I don't even care if they're real Crocs, although that is better. They can be the Walmart brand. I'm okay with that.
Mike 6 says, "You can still spray flake through the Limelight 1.3 gun, right? How about the Web Maker solution?"
Yeah, both of those. Good through the 1.3. Good question. The Web Maker can actually spray through the minigun as well.
Chopper Bob said, "All right, I'll get a pair. Stay tuned for that." Time Warp, the Croc cowboy boots have spurs and all.
Really?
That's just ridiculous.
I'm liking this.
Construction workers' hard hats would be the next thing.
Oh, that's cool.
E. Brown said, "Adam, that's coming out badass. I love it."
Thanks. I actually haven't airbrushed murals in quite a while. It's been I did do that helmet that was for
Bye, Margarito.
that show in Pittsburgh. What show was that, Ash?
The Glory Days?
Glory Days show. But that wasn't even that wasn't like this. That was just a stencil style on top of flake. So it's been a hot minute since I've done any kind of detailed airbrush stuff like this. And I probably need to about call this good with this tone. Let's see if I'm missing anything. Bright enough there. Once again, we just want to make sure the focal point right here, we want to make sure that that's covered. Okay. All right, we're looking good.
Justin Gray said, "You're a 55 inch in my shop now."
Whoa, anybody got me bigger than 55 inch?
Tony D says, "No Crocs, Chuck Taylors." There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with you there.
I don't wear Chuck Taylors, though.
I do, and I love my platform ones. They're so freaking comfy. Now those are comfy shoes.
Okay, that's it for that tone.
kind of printer do you use for your stencils?
I just use a regular laser printer. All right, I'm going to go back to the original color I have here.
The Crocs are 2-wheel and 4-wheel drive. Putting the hill strap forward is 2-wheel drive. Putting the strap around the back is 4-wheel drive.
There we go.
Lost Soul said, watching on a 65-inch here.
Oh, anybody got 65-inch beat? That's pretty good.
Benjamin said, I giggled like a schoolgirl. Hi, Jeremy.
All right, we're back to the original color that we had here.
What's up? Is the web maker out now, Adam?
Yes, it is. Yep. You can get it on all platforms.
Fatlack said, I see your 65 and raise you an 85-inch.
Whoa. No way. 85?
That's why my face ain't. It's definitely not coming on this screen.
Man, you're going to learn so good on an 85-inch.
Oh my God.
Okay, this is the darker tone here, so I'm just going to kind of mild things out a little bit. You know, some things are just a little too bright. No biggie.
How well does water transfer printed in color work?
Oh, it works good. Yeah, works in color just as good as you can print anything else out.
Lost Soul said, I can see all the mess up. It's not that loud.
The spot there you missed, right there.
Fatlack said, 85-inch chat on my iPhone and data device on the iPad on the laptop.
Whoa.
Laptop setup. Fatlack, tell Vanderslice. Ask him why he hasn't sent me a t-shirt. Hey. Swampy has one.
He's probably on live now.
He is.
Oh.
Fatlack, tell him I'll trade him a t-shirt. Could the clear coat be sprayed best within the last base coat flash time, or could it wait until like the next couple of days or longer? And can clear coat be tinted with candy and then polished?
No, you're going to need the candy, and the inner coat clear is going to need regular 2K clear coat on top. What was the first one?
Could the clear coat be sprayed best within the last base coat flash time, or could it wait until like the next couple of days?
You can wait. Yep. The base coat's going to stay open for quite a while. I mean, there's a lot of discussion about that. How long can you wait before your base coat your clear coat's not going to adhere to your base coat because you waited too long? I've waited a long time. I've waited months and haven't had an issue. So, I don't know. That's just, maybe some other people are having issues, just not me.
Mike 6 says 80-inch 4K UHD TV.
Ooh, high definition.
Yeah. Joker Bob says she's coming alive.
All right, I think that's all we really need to do. Maybe a little bit up under here.
Benjamin Lee says, well, I'm watching through Time Warp windows. I see you.
Yeah, I'm always worried about that.
That's the best view, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't see you. I'm looking out the window. I don't see you where you're at. Kurt says, I'm going to have a giant TV so I can see what Adam's doing with my old eyes.
Yeah, my old eyes too. Okay. All right, that's looking better. It's looking better. Let me give it just a little more of a wash from way back here. So I'm about like 6 inches away. I might even pump this air pressure up just a little bit.
Chad said, I have Rob on the TV and Time Warp on the laptop.
Oh,
That's a way to
double
do it.
learning.
Yeah. Benjamin says it's fine. That's why I can't. I'm watching on my big 10-inch.
Hey, you're here. We appreciate that.
You're here. Or where? We're there. We're here.
You're here.
Over there. Are you using more than one brush for each shade?
Nope, same brush.
Do we want to spin the wheel?
Yeah, let's do it. We're about midway through. She looks like it has a messed up lip right there, doesn't it, huh? But that's okay. We're going to fix that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right. We're going to spin the wheel.
We're going to spin the wheel. So you're going to win a pint of each of the base coat colors that we have. Holy shit. Oh, did it again. Wow.
What the hell's going on back there?
Man, I'm going to Harbor Freight. I'm going to tell them their air hoses aren't very good.
Their air hose popped off again. What the heck? Hey, Josh Anderson won. I think he said, hey, haven't been on for a while. Look at that.
Oh, there he goes.
I think he's the one that said that.
I'm actually going to take the same color that I used to use the shadows, and I'm going to go ahead and darken up the hair just a little bit in some areas. And then maybe right here, because it's not all the way dark right there. So I'm going to darken that up right there, because we're going to go darker there. Maybe the back of this neck.
Is it just for USA who can win, or is it US?
Yes, USA and Canada.
Few of your guys' names pop up on there. You're like, stop.
Gonna kind of darken up this background a little more. Like a little pencil sketch.
Great.
A little bit more up here.
Question: if I sprayed candy and remove tape, can I clean residue with glass cleaner, or will it mess up the paint?
No, glass cleaner is fine as long as you're not using waterborne paints. All right, let's go to a little bit darker tone.
What needle nozzle are you using in the Black Widow for this portrait?
I'm using the bigger one, the bigger version that's in the 0.3.
She reminds me of a woman on one of my mom's brooches. That looks beautiful.
All right, so we're going to, what are we at here? We're at the 4, which is the it's the blue color with just a little bit of white in it. So we're almost at the original blue.
Josh, he's the one that won. He said, well, I guess I'll have to start playing with my airbrush some more.
There you go. Yeah, you just gotta send us an email, info@limelinepaintsupply.com. We gotta know your address who to ship that to.
And so she reminds me of a pig who hid in my closet at night and walked through the walls.
Oh,
Oh, is what he said after that.
I'm gonna thin this out just a little more. All right, let's make sure we line this thing up good because we got a lot of detail there that we need to make sure that we're not giving her 3 eyes or 2 lips, or she don't need any of that.
Pretty sure she has 2 lips, but
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's 2 lips there.
Benjamin wants me to show you.
Okay, just not right now because I got to get this thing lined up, and it's.
I can't anyways because Bubba sent us the email.
Oh, okay.
He wants to hear you laugh because he says he knows you're going to laugh. Bubba says Adam's going to be buying the cowboy Crocs just so he can spin the spurs.
There you go. I've never owned a cowboy boots, but
OCPD said, how can I fix flat spots that are starting on my gas tank?
flat spots? Not exactly sure what you mean by that. Flat spots in like what? Okay, I think I'm there. Why does that not look like it's lining up though? Double check that.
He said like the gloss is going flat.
Oh yeah, you just scuff it down and hit it with clear coat again. You'll obviously have to take those parts back off, but yeah. I think we're there. We're just a tiny bit low. Let's go up just a little bit. There we go. How we look, Ash?
All I see is a brim of your hat.
Oh.
That's all anyone can see.
Oh, okay.
So much camo and everything disappeared. Your big old head's in the way.
It's my this is a hat, Skateboard Connection hat. Most people know who that is.
Did you answer the question? He said the gloss is going flat.
Yeah. I want to re-clear it. Re-clear the whole thing. All right, so this is the darker tone. We're not going to hit the whole thing up. Holy shit, it happened again.
Dang, you got another loose snake. Why is that?
Will you hand it to me? I got this thing all ready to go. Plug her back in.
Why does that keep happening?
I don't know. It's just getting worse now.
All right.
I'm probably pulling on it or something. Okay.
Parrish said, I finally watched the episode of Ghost Adventures about that haunted hotel / bar in Ogden. Nope, I ain't going there ever.
Yeah.
Told you, it's scary. If Wingate is on here, I watched the episode that we were talking about too of the guy that stabbed his wife like freaking 40 something times in Ogden. That freaked me out.
Okay, I'm going to leave that one. And then right here, get the top of that a little bit. There we go.
Parrish said, Quick Connects by Team 2.
Don't even say Timu in here.
OCPD said, are you guys doing any bike shows this summer?
We just went to one last week in
We
Ogden.
just went to one on Friday
Yeah.
by that haunted hotel, just up the road from that.
Yeah, it was. And by the Union Station. Okay, looks like all this is...
Bubba said, I saw something scarier than that when I dropped my daughter back off to my ex the other day.
Oh my god.
Dorcosaurus says, new product, Limeline Quick Connects.
Yeah, I have those actually. But I don't think this is going to help this matter because given the quick connect, I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Even the quick connect is after that fitting, so it doesn't replace that.
Parrish said, you should have went in there and checked it out. We've actually been in there before.
Yeah.
When it was a bar, we went in there. And
well, we stayed in there, didn't we? Or no?
No.
I did a long time ago. I stayed there. It's old and freaky.
Yeah. I did a ghost tour around Ogden, but we just kind of walked around. And then they were just showing us where all the scary stuff was. What sells the best for you at bike shows, Limeline? I'm going to do some this summer. I did World of Wills in February.
I really don't sell anything, to be honest. I lay out panels so people can try to use the tape and stuff. I do see a spike in sales on Amazon because that's what I tell them. I'm like, hey, if you want to buy something, just go there. I like to be more of a teacher than a salesman when it comes to those.
He said decals and stickers sold well for me. I took some and more I put out, more I sold. Def gonna up the sticker game for next shows. The owner of that hotel says he rents rooms out with Airbnb. I think so. We saw it just turned into.
Yeah, I think they still do Airbnb though. But yeah, they're kind of
like
apartments.
Yeah, I think apartments now.
Okay, I need to make sure I get this. There we go.
Waylon said, I did a ghost tour in Savannah. So did we. He said, I was elevated. That was a trip. We went on a girls' trip to Georgia, and us girls did a ghost tour. It was wild. In Savannah, too. I wonder if it was the same one about, like, the surgeon, like, where they would do surgeries and stuff. I wonder if you did one on the same tour. How did you get your name out there to get work?
Social media.
Cheddar says, I've been to Ted Bundy's cabin. No, not quite.
He ran.
We almost got there, and we turned around and booked it. We were too freaking scared. We went at night, like, oh gosh, and it was raining.
Well, we kind of walked in and it was a little bit light, and then it got dark quick.
Yeah, we're like, oh hell no.
And then once one person started running, it's like, oh, you're not gonna not run. I remember that.
Yeah, that was scary.
Make sure I got everything here.
His apartment is in Salt Lake, and somebody lives in there right now.
What?
Ted Bundy?
That old ass house?
No, not that house. That house is where he would take supplies, like where he actually lived. The apartment.
Oh, okay.
Someone lives there.
I'm like, no way. Somebody lives in that thing. Okay, we're looking pretty good here. I want to make sure I get this one. I'm just glad I lined up the stencil correct. That would have sucked. Okay, looking better. All right. See, we fixed the lip.
Cheddar said, you left me behind.
God,
oh my hell. Again?
Talking about these dead Ted Bundy.
Dead Ted Bundy. What the?
All right, I'm switching out this hose. This is not good.
Bubba said, good thing there wasn't any glass doors around.
Yeah. Who said that?
Bubba. Paris said, that person's crazy. Travis said, that's creepy AF. Chad says, it's crazy how much better it looks now.
Yeah, it livens it up. It looks a little too stenciled, obviously, but this one actually has a quick connect on it. But here, I'll just pull it off. I mean, yeah, see, it gets better, it gets worse, and then it gets better. I'm about ready to make it worse again.
Benjamin said, wuss, all of you are wussies. I was in a cabin that had been the scene of a murder-suicide. Of course, I was an EMT at the time.
Oh.
No, you try to go to Ted Bundy's cabin at night. Guarantee you turn around running.
I don't know. I wasn't that scared.
You guys.
I've been more scared.
You guys definitely were scared.
I said I've been more scared. That's
Okay.
for sure. But yeah, it was a little scary.
Possum Ride says, watching for the first time on a 65-inch. I want to learn.
You're right.
John said, time for another hose.
Yeah, I just swapped them out with the other one that it comes with. So.
Waylon said, take the quick connect off and screw it in.
Yeah, I did. And it's coming from right here. The quick connect would be up here. I don't want to pull on that thing, definitely. I got to make this a little thinner.
Travis said, yeah, I wouldn't want to live at Ben Buddy's old apartment. Yeah, people do live there right now. It's crazy. He's about to soften it all up. Bubba said, the piece day down your leg says different that you were scared.
How do you know? How did he know? Actually, there was other people there. They were freaked out too.
Cheddar said, someone peed their pants when we went. Someone definitely peed their pants. For real. It wasn't me. Oh, blah. You gave her a beauty mark.
Man.
Someone said, was Ted home? My house had a murder-suicide in it back in the day. What are you watching for when thinning? I have a problem with white a lot of the time splattering at low PSI. Bullet hole.
Yeah, urethane reducer is what I'm fitting this out with. Yeah, so splatter is just something that happens. You just got to deal with it. Okay, those little marks there. We're gonna add a little bit of white to those. I think that's right where it's pretty light right there. I'll be able to go back and hit those. Just got rid of the really dark spot that way that when I can, because it actually went all the way down to the silver. All right, let's give her some darker hair.
Oh, they hear the damn cricket back.
It's outside now.
It is outside.
It was indoors last time. That was annoying. All right, let's thicken up this hair.
Papa said you ran so fast you ran out of your Crocs, and JJ said he forgot his 4x4 strap. Give her a beard. It'll look like some women nowadays.
Yeah, well, I was teasing about a soul patch. And it kind of happened, didn't it?
Someone said more shoulders in the drawing than in the picture.
This is actually a blown up version. So that way I can see the detail a little better.
Oh, there's Tina. She admitted it was her. I wasn't going to say any names, but she said it was me. I peed because I was laughing my ass off at how fast Adam ran.
Well, yeah, because I don't know.
You said you weren't scared.
Well, I don't know what they saw. Shit. I'm scared for them.
Yeah.
I think I did knock some people over on my way.
Me.
Oh, yeah.
You pushed me out of the way to run faster.
Actually, I was more scared when we went into that cave with your dad. That was pretty scary.
Where we heard that animal?
Yeah. Caves are next level scary.
A woman's soul patch is not on the face.
It's a new thing, man. It's 2024. We got to accept it. This I'm just kind of, I'm looking at the reference, but I'm also just kind of making it up too. It doesn't need to be, it's just hair. We're not trying to paint every last little strand. We do need to darken it up though.
Pear said, I see a few areas where that little motorized eraser of yours would come in handy.
Yes, this is correct. Now, if that would work, if I would have clear coated the first layer, then you could erase that back. But trying to erase, we're erasing back to silver base coat, and yeah, it doesn't look quite right.
Mr. C said, caves are warm and inviting. Why do you think bears love them so much?
Yeah, that's a fact.
We did hear some kind of freaking scary.
I thought it was a bobcat or something. I was super scared with that. That's because you're trapped. You're like really left to fight that animal if it's down, you know. A little bit of detail in the hair right here. Wait, you still got a video of that?
Yeah.
Tina was way scared.
Yep, I just watched the video. Thanks.
I heard Tina was way scared.
She was. She peed her pants.
So she Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you.
She said on here she's on the Peter Pants.
Isn't it? Yeah, that's what I smell. Okay.
It was Bigfoot. Sasquatch likes caves too. There goes Adam at the side of a cabin or cave, running.
Yep. All right. We're going to darken up these areas that I made right here and kind of blend them in and make them look more natural. And we just kind of bring that down so it doesn't look so hard edged. Looks like we need a little more work right here. Oh yeah, that needs to be quite a bit darker. Whoa. See, I got a big barbell right there. That's spraying too fast. And that's going to match up with that. There we go. All right. Looking good. Let's go ahead and darken up. We got that area darkened up. Looks like right here I can use just a little bit. Once again, we're going really soft.
Tina said, "Scaredy pants Adam. He was the first to run."
Well, I was actually the last one in, so of course I'm the first one out.
Sure. Airbrush down and dirty trick said, "Good evening, my friend. Looking good."
Hey, what's up? Scott McKay, he also has a YouTube channel. I think he does his lives. I don't know. He does them on Wednesday, I think. But he's more of this kind of an airbrusher than And I am. I haven't done this too much. Like I said, it's been a minute. And I'm not trying to I'm not really going to try to go above and beyond on this. I just want to get it to the point where I'm happy with it, and then you guys can learn something.
Someone said, is this commission you're doing this, or are you doing it for someone or just for the sake?
I just do it to teach people.
Bubba says, see, this is why Adam needs the cowboy crocs with his fur, so you'd hear him clink, 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 clink. Airbrush Down Dirty says, Thursdays, 8 o'clock East Coast time. Go ahead, I can talk.
8 o'clock at night, huh?
Yeah, East Coast time.
So that's like...
He said, I wrap right before you start.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Peggy. Johnny said, I just watched Down and Dirty. What's up?
Yeah, so if you're wanting more airbrushing, you got it right there. So you're gonna get like a whole day's of airbrush. If we can get Rob to do it even later, which Rob goes forever anyways. His was like 4 hours.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. What's his name that would do it before? Airbrush Down and Dirty, what's his name?
Scott McKay.
Scott McKay. So Scott McKay first, he ends right when we start, and then Rob wraps it up.
That's pretty late for Rob though. I guess he goes late.
Well, I guess you can just watch his and then watch. Oh.
Yeah, every once in a while I'll hit up Rob's.
Yeah.
I'm not exhausted.
Yeah, sometimes we do get on Rob's live after this. We have a couple times.
Thursday night is definitely paint night though, right?
Yeah, it is. Thursday night's paint night.
Put some little bit of detail here. As you see, I'm starting to, as I go, more detail starts to build up. Like you really don't want to do all the detail at first because you'll lose it, you know. So we're going to give it a little bit of hairs here and there.
After candy, does it need to go straight to the clear, or can I let it take a break overnight?
Yeah, you can let it take a break. Yeah, no big deal.
Scott said, gloves kill me. I have to cut the fingertip off.
Yeah, I do that sometimes too. Actually, I used to do that all the time, but now I can deal with it. My hands are filthy right now anyway, so I don't know why I have them on.
Steve said, we in cool school.
That's what it is.
Darren says, I watch Down and Dirty and come here. Thursday is great content. Steve Lee. Oh, gosh. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, Steve. I think he's on Wednesday or something.
No, I think he's saying it's Thursday, he said.
Oh, Steve's on Thursday too?
I think that's what he said. I got to find. Thursday is great content. Yeah. Does the afternoon.
Yeah, he paints on the razor blades. It's amazing. I went to his class. I learned from old Steve, man. He's good. I mean, if you can paint on a razor blade, you're phenomenal.
Cobra said, if anyone has their own channel modes, drop the link so we can subscribe. Yeah, do it. Share it. Jay said, Rob will go till 1 a.m. sometimes. Once he gets on a roll, he doesn't like to stop. Rob's doing ghost patterns over a marbleized guitar today.
Oh, nice. So, yeah, I think he does take on commissions. You see, I'm just following the reference really because there's obviously a shadow right here that's missing a little bit. I mean, it's there slightly because we kind of planned for it, but it needs a little bit more. Right here, what do you call that right below the lip, Ash? What is that? Is that a name?
Cupid's arrow?
Huh?
The Cupid's arrow? Right there, that you mean?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's enough. I don't want to go too crazy right there.
Steve says, I tell everyone I'm busy Thursday. I have painting classes.
Yeah, there you go.
Sarah on Amazon says that I've done it on saw blades. She paints on saw blades.
Oh, yeah. Saw blades are awesome. I've never actually painted a saw blade, but.
He says, Steve's main feed is Monday. Thursday is his extra day. We have Mike Lavelli to thank for Thursday nights. He started it.
Oh, that's right. Thursday. Yes, he was actually the OG that did it. What did he call it? Open mic night.
Is Mike Lavelli the one that did the flames?
The Real Fire. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
pretty much the inventor. Well, and I took a couple of his classes too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Learned a lot from those guys.
John said, "Thanks for replacing my siding so quickly." You're welcome. Sorry about that. Swampy said, "I'll be watching from the PCB days in a hot tub next week, drinking a tea."
What?
Where are you going? What's the name of Steve's channel?
It's probably Steve Leahy. I can't say his last name.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's a little dark of a shadow right there.
It's okay, you're late. Glad you're here. Chopper Bob said, "I've seen a lot of old vintage saws." Cool. It's awesome to see everybody's creativity. Oh, Steve Lehigh.
Not Lehigh. I would have remembered that.
Leah. Leahy.
I think it's Leahy. I really think it's Leahy.
Do you also freestyle off of the top of your dome or just use stencils?
Yeah. Well, you can't really. Well, yeah, I can. I can airbrush from nothing, but it doesn't end up looking like this. Like she wouldn't look anything like this. She would look okay, but her eyeball would look a little different. And I really have to rely on a stencil to at least give me that roadmap. Ooh, that was a little much right there. Yeah, that's something to go by. And this is the point where really you're starting to go lighter. You're really starting to pay more attention to what you're spraying.
Steve Leahy. That's how you pronounce it.
There we go.
Leahy. You guys will have to pop up for a feed sometime. My studio is always open if you want a coastal trip.
Coastal. I like the sound of that.
Where's he from?
Well,
Airbrush down and dirty tricks,
Oh, Boston? I'm just guessing.
Mm.
Boston's coastal. If it is Boston, we love Boston.
Al said, "Just found this channel. Love it." Welcome, Al. Hello.
See, I'm starting to put the eyelashes in. Now, I'm going to go with the darker color and hit those again, but I'm just kind of getting the rough draft right now. We're getting pretty close here. Like, I don't know how much more. Obviously, I'm going to go back with the Y and fix a couple of the areas we have.
He is East Coast, north of Boston, New Hampshire, Massachusetts border.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we've been around that area. That's a good area. If we're ever there, we would love to stop by. I think we actually saw you at SEMA. We don't say much though. We just kind of look and go. But yeah, I don't think you knew, but I knew. Okay. Oh, I need to get some more lashes here. Let's see. Get those. See these right here? They're totally missing. So.
He said, "You guys are welcome anytime."
Awesome.
Nice.
We'll be knocking on your door. Get this eyeball a little bit. That together. We do need to work on these lips a little bit.
In Crocs. No, you don't get to take those on vacation.
But that's the time to have them. Especially if you're on a cruise ship.
If you do, TSA throws them away. Like, what the hell are these ugly things? Trash.
No.
Well,
Oh, that's not true.
Swampy said, was thinking about trailering the bikes to, the kind, I don't know, to the rally. I don't know where. Kona?
Oh yeah.
Tara said, Adam and Ash will put you up in a real nice hotel in Ogden. We would not.
Well, we actually thought about if we were to have an airbrush class in person, that we would have it at that same event center, which is right next to that hotel, that's where probably most people would stay.
No, we would tell them not to stay there.
No, we would actually get discount rates, and then we would have a real experience.
We would not.
Oh, I mean, think about it. Haunted hotel, airbrush class. Let's see who's down for that, okay? And we'll just go home and stay at our non-haunted house. We could just listen to the stories.
No. We're not going to scare the heck out of people. SEMA, Airbrush Down and Dirty said, SEMA is a crazy place to meet and catch up, but my home studio is a 135-year-old Victorian house on the coast.
What?
Plenty of space to hang, create, and relax, and broadcast a feed. Yeah, that sounds cool.
30 years old?
135-year-old Victorian house.
Wow.
La Ciona, New Hampshire is the bomb. If y'all put on an in-person class, I will come to it.
Okay, we got one sold. Well, not sold. One committed. Go to that hotel, you might end up being committed.
A 135-year-old house. That's crazy. He said, if you have to do it, Paris said, I'm coming to the in-person class. And I said, but I ain't staying in that hotel.
What? Okay. All right, we're looking pretty good here.
Airbrush Down and Dirty said, hotel classes are crazy to put together, but are awesome. If you need guidance and troubleshooting, let me know. Josh Anderson said, y'all better come to Florida first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Josh. Guess what? Adam's supposed to be calling John anytime soon. That's been on the revolving list every week. One of these days, he's going to call him.
John's going to hate me.
Yeah, he is. I told you that. He's not going to be your buddy anymore. And he's not on. He went to bed. So
well, at least he was still here, so he ain't that mad at me.
I can confirm he's going to hate you. Mr. C said, that's a picture of you, isn't it, Ashley? No, not me. OCPD says, that house sounds amazing, and I'll come to your class.
All right.
You should give her a gold leaf tooth. Laugh out loud.
That was on a skull last time I did that. I don't know if I'm a leaf or tooth.
I will go to any in-person class at any location that you put on.
Okay. That sounds great.
We've been talking, trying to...
There's just a lot. We got a lot going on right now.
Yeah, but maybe if we're saying by the first of the year to go to Florida, you and Rob together, that's what John wants to chat about. And Josh. And there's a few other dudes too on here. I can't remember for sure who all it is.
All right, we're going to go with the darkest color here, and then we're going to hit those highlights very last, and then we're going to spin that wheel, because we're already over 2 hours, and it's going to start. Doesn't it start cutting out on us after 2 hours?
Yeah, it doesn't like it.
All right, so we have the darkest blue, which this is the original. Oh, there's the yellow I was looking for. This is the blue straight out of our blue pigment that we have. And it's just reduced, over reduced.
Jay said Ash for sure isn't taking credit for that picture after Adam made the comment about her turtleneck rolls. I swallowed wrong. Laughing, I choked so hard. Couldn't even take a breath. Oh yeah, Chad's on here too. He said I offered up my shop for the Florida class. Yeah. You were on there too, Chad.
Oh, that's why it's his shop. Okay.
See, I'm
Yeah. We want to do it.
I'm not letting him forget. Travis said I'm in Florida also.
Yeah, there's a lot in Florida. I mean, why would I bring you all down here when I can go up there?
Well, duh, that's the plan, homie. Or well, that's why you're supposed to call. John.
Well, I'm just pretending like I'm making it up right now. Okay,
Oh,
this
okay.
is my idea. Okay. Just gonna hit these really dark areas. See, like right there by the under the nose, right here in the eye where it's really dark. Same thing here.
Josh said, "Give Ash some beach time."
What do you think of that?
I say
Actually,
yeah.
she would need to be there to help.
Oh,
She's
God.
the actual. She's what keeps shit together. To be honest.
Okay, but after we can go to the beach.
Okay, that sounds good to me. It's hot as hell right now, though.
John Carpenter says Scott and Adam together would definitely elevate people's skills. It'd be a fun class.
Yeah, he's not too far from there.
That like said, crap ton of us in Florida on here. Yeah, no, that's why I was trying to say, let's go.
Yeah, what's up with Florida and custom paint?
Oh, there's a lot of homies there. Chad said my shop is 20 minutes from the beach and the waterfront bars.
What? This is sounding better and better.
Airbrush down and Dirty Trick said anytime.
Oh, what?
You guys, trust me, I've been trying to talk to this guy about this. He just has so much to do. And then he told me to call John. What his answer when I wrote him a note? I said, call John. He said, you call John. What the hell, man? John don't want to talk to me. He could care less if I call him. You call him. So one of these days, he's gonna call John, and then we'll be able to talk about it on here when we're going to Florida, so y'all can come down and go there too and meet us there. Then we can all go to the beach and have some drinks at the waterfront bar.
Yeah, this is sounding good.
Yeah.
We're actually headed to. Oh, are we going to have a live? Yeah, we'll have a live next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was going to have a week off there for a second. Right,
Airbrush Down and Dirty said it's great to travel to and more affordable to hold classes. Most of the country is difficult. Florida is smoother.
Yeah, it seems like we would get a better head count there.
Jay said, screw all y'all. Give me John's number. I'll call him. See?
Okay, we're just about there. Let me go ahead and we're going to go ahead and
Airbrush Down and Dirty said, a week off? Haha, that's funny. Seriously, legit.
Yeah. Yeah, in order to keep the momentum, you got to be consistent. And that's not one of my strong points. But yeah, we've been pretty consistent with this. It's been a year and a half. And really, we've only missed the days that we've been on vacation. Okay, we're looking pretty good there. Really good. Let me get these eyelashes in. Make sure my airbrush is functioning correctly. So I'm actually gonna thin this out quite a bit more.
Benjamin
Get those highlights.
Benjamin said, so go live mobile, we would watch.
Yeah, we can actually multi-stream too on YouTube with everybody's viewers. It's pretty cool on YouTube. I noticed we can link together, and then basically all of our YouTubes are working separate, but we're all streaming as one. Haven't done it yet. I wanted to do it with Rob.
Maybe Airbrush Down and Dirty would want to do it.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't actually figured out exactly how to do it.
Mr. C said, that looks amazing.
Thank you.
Bubba said it'd be a bunch of super tiny screens. And definitely don't turn it vertical.
Yeah, you don't like the vertical, huh? I actually prefer to stream that way because, I don't know, vertical just seems better, but not for the 88 inch. Because then you only get 44 inches, right? Or something like that.
That's what she said. Just keep complaining about that. Cruiser 814 said, not sure when I'm going to have time to practice painting again. Laugh out loud. I just had my firstborn last Monday. It's been fun.
Oh, what? Nice.
Congrats, new dad. It's always super fun. Airbrush Down and Dirty said, did not know that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's actually sort of new.
Death for vertical. OCP said, I know what I'll be playing with tomorrow. Sarah said, it really does look amazing.
Oh, who's that?
Sarah on Amazon.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we do multi-stream on Amazon too. So the nice thing about Amazon is like QVC, you can go swiping through the list and see exactly what I'm using here.
Vertical's harder to read the chat and the screen is smaller. Yeah, he did that once and I didn't even like it.
Yeah, a lot of negative feedback with that. All right, I'm just going to hit some of these. Obviously, the hair's not as dark as what's in the picture, but I'm liking it. I don't mind it.
Airbrush Down and Dirty Trick said, let's chat and see how we can work together on that and bring more content to more people.
Yeah, it's an excellent way to cross promote. I mean, really. Yeah, I'll look into it some more. I think you just go into the YouTube studio. I don't know. You probably stream. We stream using what is it?
StreamYard.
StreamYard. Yeah, we multi-stream through StreamYard. So I think with that, I don't know. I don't know if you have to stream directly on the platform or not. Okay, let's put some white into this because we need to put the highlights into the eye, and then like there's some highlights here we can punch out a little bit. Yeah, and maybe right here a little bit, and maybe down at the bottom of the eye we can just make a little bit of the sparkle to kind of make it look a little wet.
Heyo, Mike said my 1.4 gun came in today just in time for Father's Day. Thank you guys.
All right.
Yeah,
Happy
you guys.
Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there on Sunday.
Okay. Back to the original lightest color, which looks like white, but it's actually light blue. Don't need much. Now this obviously could use a little more work, but I'm happy with it so far. If I wanted to do more on this and I was pretty much exhausted like I am now, then I would just clear it. I would clear it and then I would sand it and come back to it. That way I would actually be able to erase a little bit. And being able to erase your highlights back, it's really next level. It's I love it. I love to be able to erase highlights back, but you can't really erase back because we would erase back to the silver and that would look like this. Like the little spots that we have right there. Yeah, it doesn't look as good that close, huh?
When you change colors, are you cleaning the airbrush every time?
I'm just flushing it through, spraying it out with lacquer thinner.
Airbrush Down and Dirty Trick said, I have a multicam direct broadcast hardware system. I can usually tap into anything software related, so we could definitely do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've seen your setup somewhere. It's very advanced. I stream off of a phone, but iPhones, I mean, I have enough problems with the phone, you know, so I couldn't imagine having all that hardware.
What's up, guys? Just got in. What's up with the web maker? When can we get it?
It's up. You can get the web maker, all platforms right now, and get it while it lasts, because there's only actually 8 more bottles left, and then you gotta wait 2 weeks because my next order isn't shipping until tomorrow, and then it takes a week and it's like a week and a half if we're out of stock. So it may go out of stock.
Swampy said, I got my building enclosed for Father's Day, then Panama City Beach, baby. That sounds like a nice Father's Day. What's up? What do you use to erase with? Liquid eradication is another great erasing technique.
Yeah, you can use a lot of different stuff. You can use an eraser, an electric eraser, razor blade. I like to use a razor blade like in the hair, like just to like scratch back. Not everywhere, just in certain places here and there.
The sound of that is terrible, though.
The what?
The sound of that. When you
when we erase?
Yeah, not erase. Just I've heard you do the razor blade, and I don't like the noise.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
It's like
Go do the job. Yeah, it is. It's a little scratchy.
yeah. I don't like it.
It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah. Green High Kentucky, you can paint Benjamin's belly or his fingernails instead.
Really? Benjamin, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, he'll be. That's what I'm saying. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Oh, okay.
Can't stand that sound.
Paris said, I'm going to Tennessee for Father's Day. Gonna stop in at Jack Daniels and check out the distillery and the Harley dealership. Well,
Ooh.
that sounds fun.
That's awesome.
Is this a Black Widow from Harbor Freight?
Yep, it is.
And the hose sucks.
Yeah, I might have
Connector.
yanked on it or something. You never know. I'm not like the easiest on my equipment.
No, look at the airbrush.
I mean, when I first started, I was like, geez, look at this thing. I'm just showing people, hey, don't take much. Even a Devontae airbrush, you're going to get the same results.
I've been watching the webmaker. Can't find it on your site. Just checked again.
Yeah, it's under the base coats. If you look under the collections tab, base coats should be right there, like the top one.
What PSI are you spraying right now?
It's probably like it's probably too high, to be honest. Let me turn that down a little bit, thanks. I don't really know. It's probably like around 15 right now. It doesn't really tell you on this thing. It gives you right now it's saying I'm spraying 30 PSI, but there's no way that's 30. It's probably half of that.
He said he looked there and they're not showing up. Even use the search feature.
What? Look it up on your phone, babe.
On what? On Amazon?
Is he looking on Amazon?
Brush strokes, where are you looking?
I'm guessing he's looking on the website, is what he's saying. Yeah, well, there's actually 2 websites. There's one, limelinebigcartel.com. You should go find it there, or limelinepaintsupply.com. Or you can search out Base Coat Webmaker on Amazon. See right there, I'm just going to nail that highlight right there, hopefully. Oh, that was kind of the wrong spot.
I just searched on Amazon. I just wrote in the search bar base coat webmaker and it pulls right up. The first one right on top.
What about the website?
Let me look. Phew.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, when I look up at the website, it's literally the second one down.
Yeah, it should be on there.
Right on the main page. I don't have to scroll. It's just limelinebigcartel.com.
Oh, so there's Big Cartel website, and that's if you're a member, that's where you're going to get. Actually, both of them have both the Shopify and the Big Cartel websites have those discount codes on now. Little highlight there. Oh, that made a difference. Yes. Okay. Looking good. Do a little highlight right here.
You said I'm on the Paint Supply website.
Yeah, Limeline Paint Supply. Try that one. And I'll give these a couple of highlights right here, brighten it up a little bit. The nice thing about layering white is as long as we keep the light on top of what's already pretty close to the same tone, you're not going to have any kind of funky effects. Do want to fix that a little bit though and blend that out. Collections, and then it's not on there, huh?
No.
Huh.
The base coats and clear coats collection, and it's not there.
Oh, well, good eye. Big Cartel website's going to have that, but I'll have that changed by tomorrow.
I even tried to search it like you said, and yeah, it doesn't show up when you look on that website.
Oh, that's crazy. I thought I put that on there.
Mm-mm.
Well, add it to my list, will you?
Okay.
And I'm just, I'm about ready to throw in the towel on this thing. Once again, I might, we're running a little long on this because I am still going to do some leafing and stuff. So I might just go ahead and put out a short video tomorrow or Saturday if I have time, finishing this thing up, and then you'll be able to see it finished. But yeah, I'm pretty much there on the mural. I might just clear this and then do a little more on top of that. And that way I can call it a finished piece and be done with it. Maybe even a little, like a lily is what I imagined, like a little lily flower right here. Because that can always be added after the fact. And just because we're starting with this doesn't mean we need to get it all designed out. We can build off of what we got.
Somebody said, I've ordered from both sites, but what site do you prefer customers to purchase from? Amazon or Big Cartel?
Yes, thanks for asking that question. Anywhere is fine. If you're wanting to do a review, we would love for you to buy off of Amazon. And if you like the product, give your honest review. Even a picture review could be the best thing that you could do for us, really, because they mean so much to the brand. And it really helps the momentum of getting to page 1 on Amazon. And it's a tough road, so all those really mean a lot. Those reviews and picture reviews are like I said, are the best. So if you want to do reviews, man, buy off of Amazon. We love that. And usually, if it's not paint, you're going to get it a lot faster. You're going to get a lot of the stuff at 1-day shipping.
They want to know the other website names.
The other website is limeline.bigcartel.com. That the web maker, you'll find that there. And then I also have a website on Amazon, a store on Amazon, where you can see all the products together. All you have to do is find one of the products. Just type in Limeline, and then click on a product. You'll see up at the top link, you'll say visit the Limeline store, or it actually might even say the Time Warp store. You can click on that, and that's going to show everything that we have on Amazon. A little easier way to shop than to try to search out everything that you need.
Or else the Limeline website or Shopify.
The Shopify is going to be limelinepaintsupply.com. And if you just type in Limeline into the Google search, that's going to be the first one that pops up. Usually right after that, you'll see the limeline.bigcartel.com. And if you're wanting that web maker, it looks like that's where you need to look if you're not wanting to buy on Amazon.
Before we go, Benjamin said I have to show you the boots. So you have to log into the Limelight email and see it.
Okay. So let's go ahead and give something away. Yeah, that's what we're here for, right? So last thing we're giving away is, once again, you're going to win the yellow. No, this is the candy, actually. You're going to win the blue, the yellow, and the red pigments. And the blue is what I used here today.
All right, we'll spin the wheel while he looks up that email.
All right, good luck, guys.
There it is.
Who won it? Randy McKern. Congratulations. All right, let's check this out, huh? Croc cowboy boots. Let's see these things. Oh my God. Wow. Those are better than I thought. How much are these things? Oh, clicking on it. We're buying these suckers right now.
Don't do it.
Look at them. They just don't come in lime green. Look at they have sheriff
my
stars
God,
on
that's
them.
ridiculous.
They do. Oh my. Those are great. The Spurs. Wow. Next level there. Okay. Next week I'm gonna have those suckers.
Oh my God.
Oh my hell.
You're
All right,
ridiculous.
thank you. I appreciate you sending those to me. That was way worth it, Randy. Or Reese, sorry.
Bubba. That's Bubba.
Bubba? Okay. All right. Well, it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I still remember how to do it, so that's good. Sometimes I even surprise myself. To be honest, it looks better on the camera than it looks in person, but I ain't gonna say nothing. It's still good. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. We'll be here next Thursday, same time, different projects. Probably have me a pair of cowboy boots.
Oh my gosh.
Ching ching. I can't
You
wait.
said Google and they come right up.
Okay. If I could buy them on Amazon, that's even better. I'm sure they're on there. Okay. Well, good laugh. I appreciate you guys all hanging out and chatting it up, and hopefully one day we can all meet in person. But yeah, thanks for being here. We'll see you next week. And what are you gonna tell them?
Thanks for being here, guys. And yeah, winners, just email so we can get your stuff out to you. And happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, especially the new dads out there. That's great.
All dads and grandpas and
Dads and grandpas too.
uncles.
Uncles and
uncles or dads, any dads. So I hope you guys all have a good Father's Day.
Yep. Okay.
Hey, bye guys.
See you guys next week. Thanks for being here.